Now I'm going to show you how to make a beautiful glittery tree out of some garbage. It's a great way to decorate for the holidays and recycle. To make this craft, we're going to need a few things. Remember that garbage? We're going to need a recycled soda bottle. Now this could be green or clear, but you're going to want to make sure that you wash it out thoroughly and let it dry. We're also going to need some tree forms of styrofoam, some pretty glittery glue, some white or clear glue, some pins, an emery board, and some tissue. And again, we're using green today, but if you had white tissue that you wanted to recycle, you can use it for this. We also have some toothpicks or craft sticks, some loose glitter, and your handy dandy tools of scissors and a foam brush and a marking pen. So let's get going. The first thing we're gonna do is actually deconstruct our soda bottle. And we're gonna get rid of the cap because we don't need it. And we're gonna use some nice sharp scissors to poke a hole and cut around. And we're gonna actually cut it into 3 sections. We're gonna cut off the top, cut off the bottom. And you may need some adult supervision for this. I know I do. But if you just make a little crunchy clip, you can get in. And once you make the first hole, it's really easy after that. So we're gonna use these curved bits, and if you want, you can even use the bottom part that we cut off to put our glue in, and let me show you what that's like. So we're gonna have a top, a bottom, and a middle section. Now what we're gonna do is actually cover our cone with that tissue paper. So put a little bit of glue in, and then take your tissue paper and just cut it up into small bits. It doesn't really have to be super perfect or super regular, but just small bits that you can decoupage all the way around. Now, what I'm gonna do is grab a little bit of glue and put it down on my styrofoam, and then I just tap the tissue with my foam brush, and notice how it kind of sticks, and then you just lay it on and add a little more glue to cover it up. And you can wrap around the edges. Just make sure that all your bits overlap at least a little bit. It does a nice color, and it gives you a little bit of variation too. Make some bits darker and some bits lighter. Kind of like that. And you're going to want to continue all the way around until it's covered. It doesn't matter if it's a little bit wrinkly, that all kind of comes out in the wash. And then if you want to use glitter glue, you can use glitter glue as well, if you want it even super sparkly. So when you're all done, you're going to end up with something that looks like this. So now our tree needs some boughs, and the way we're going to do that is we're going to cut it out of this middle section because it's curved. Notice how it just like curled right back up on us? So what I want to do is kind of get rid of the part the adhesive is on, because that's not very good. And then I'm going to lay it down on the table, and I'm going to use these pattern pieces. Now we've got these on the website for you, so don't worry. We'll have that pattern. You can print it out and cut it out yourself. You're going to want to cut out 9 of the large, 8 of the medium, and 13 of the small ones. What I like to do is go ahead and use a marking pen, lay this down on top, draw them all out, and then cut them all out afterwards. Now, if you like the design element, you might want to use maybe a green marker to go with the green bottle, or maybe a white marker to go with the white bottle if you're going with the clear. But then we're going to go ahead and cut these out. This isn't quite dry, so I'm going to set this to the side and show you the ones that I have already cut out. So we've got a bunch of these, and now what we want to do is make it sparklier, because that's what we like to do. But in order for the glitter to actually adhere, you have to scuff up the plastic. So you have to imagine that this kind of curved way, this is how our pine boughs are going to go. So we're just going to scuff up the bottom bit with that emery board. Don't use your mom's good one, that's not a good idea. So then what we're going to do is use a little bit of glitter glue, because more glitter is better. Oh, you know what? Make sure you do it over your covered surface, because this gets a little messy. But add a little bit of glitter glue, and then if you like just a little bit of sparkle, that's all you have to do. But if you are into super sparkle, the way I'm into super sparkle, you're going to want to go ahead and add some loose glitter too. So again, if you're having your green pine boughs, you can add in green, but you could add white glitter and it would look more like snow. Isn't that gorgeous? It's so pretty and so sparkly. Kind of makes me get in the Christmas spirit. Now, once you've got all of those cut out, and certain ones glitter, you don't have to glitter every one, that's just not necessary. You're going to go ahead and put pins in them. So this is another situation where it's good to have a grown-up on hand to help put the pins through the plastic. Alternatively, you could punch a hole and then use a paper fastener and it wouldn't be quite so pokey. But what we want to do now is go ahead and add our pine boughs to our tree like this. So some of these, let me get the big ones at the bottom. It's easiest to start at the bottom and then work your way to the top. And you want to go ahead and just eyeball it, but this is the easy part where you just go ahead and poke your pins in, alternating plain ones and sparkly ones, and then do the medium size in the middle and the small ones at the top. And then we'll go ahead and fill up the whole tree. And again, a little alternate the sparkly ones and then alternate with the plain ones. Although for me, I'm all about the sparkle, so I'd probably put all the sparkle ones on. Just like this. Now, if you wanted, you could also make it a little more festive by using head pins that have a little, maybe a ball on the top or a little gemstone, and that would make it even more festive. And then if you really get super fancy, and who doesn't want to get super fancy, we can add some ornaments on our tree by just adding little dots of glitter all the way around as if they were little ornaments. Now don't forget, each week we are showing you a different holiday craft, so stay tuned so you get to see all of the holiday crafts that we offer.